Okay, the 2000-2001 PSL season. Um, this one, well, is kind of memorable because the league was won by Santos, which was its first title. And the Santos team was well known for like their defensive prowess with guys like Andries Burton, who was their captain. Solid defender, if I may add. The Kenyan Musa Otieno, um, Bucks, who's the tall guy? I think he's from Mauritius, if I remember correctly. Most of their defenders were tall anyway. I don't know why I'm saying the tall guy. Mohamed Oseb, if I remember correctly, was still at Santos at that time. And their top goal scorer, Jean-Marc Ithier, and the player of the season, eventual PSL player of the season, Andre Aronson, who had one of the more standout goalkeeping seasons. He was good. He was good. I know, like I usually compare him to Calvin Marlon, but like he had like a commanding presence that season. Like no one was touching him. PSL's top goal scorer that season was Ishmael Maluleke. If you don't remember him, he was a guy. He played for Rangers. He scored 18 goals for them that season, and he dyed his hair blonde long before it became a thing with Zombo from Izo Izo. The old people will remember that. Now, if you look at the log for the season, you'll see that Santos wasn't necessarily the best team in that they weren't goal machines. Like, their best offensive players was guys like Jean-Marc Ithier, who I said was their top goal scorer that season, and is, if I remember correctly, still the all-time top goal scorer for Santos. I think guys like Tyron Aronson came close. I can't remember correctly, but like I'll just have to check. Yeah, they weren't the best team in terms of like offensive play in comparison to teams like Black Leopards, Um, go the North, by the way. The Dotadov. The day will come. The day will still come. But yeah, before I get sidetracked, they weren't like an offensive team, a proper like attacking team like Black Leopards, who are more so a homegrown team with guys like Christopher Nechizeve, Mulondo Sikwivilo, and Spuso Dlamini, the Swaziland guy. And alongside teams like Supersport as well, who had Abraham Rasileman. Neither were they the best defense, if I remember correctly. They were tied second with Wits, who at the time had guys like Benson, Longo, and Tebogo Mokoena. Yeah. The best defense in the league was Cosmos, who had like, when I say Cosmos had some like hard-nosed defenders, those guys weren't playing around. Like Andrew Rabutla, Gerald Rampatlele, and so forth. What Santos did have above teams that like they were competing with for the title was that like um, they had consistency. They only conceded 30 goals in that season, if I remember correctly. And once they scored and like they shut shop up, I was over for you, bruh. They could drag wins out. Which is probably why that team was well remembered, along like with the long ball, the type of goals they scored. Like Santos, corner, set pieces, header, 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 header. Which worked to their advantage because the Santos guys, most of them were tall as hell, bruh. So, yeah. On an entertainment values perspective, I'm not just going to talk about Santos. I'm going to say, barring like maybe Black Leopards, most of the teams were playing like mid football in terms of attacking like entertainment, which I guess is a sign of the times. Yeah. In closing, yeah, you're not missing much this season, right? Like once Santos scored and they started defending, you might as well just switch off the TV, go watch something else. And believe me when I tell you, the growth of ideas in how attacking football was played then in comparison to how it's played now, it's day and night. It's day and night.